We've got some interesting homes to show you in Venice, Florida, and some wild market updates. Let's start with this first one though. This one's interesting. Got very much townhome feels, but it's actually a condo. And I gotta say, I love the vibes here. The HOA is gonna be a little sticker shocky for some people, that's a word. But I do like the vibes. You get this big courtyard area. You know, the maintenance with the bushes and all that is all like very uniform throughout the community. Spanish, I love the pillars. I mean, that's just a cool look. And they just, I don't know, I've always been a fan of these big open areas. Leave a comment, let us know what you think about that. But they continue that same aesthetic throughout with the windows, more pillars here. Gotta love the spiral style. It just looks so cool. Now, here's the thing. So actually, let's back up just a smidge. You can see there's a second story. So we were kind of at first like, oh, cool. It's like a 2-story condo. It is not. We thought it was actually like, that would be more of a townhome. It's just the first story. That being said, it's still quite spacious, all things considered. So this is your entryway. And sneaking behind it, you do have a closet, but it's just your like fake closet. But it's got your little water heater in there, your air handler, which that size water heater is pretty common to see in condos. It's like the little mini one. But look at this space and just how much it opens up with the light, all the windows, big living room area, pretty good dining room area. We'll come back to the kitchen in a second. I don't want to spoil everything quite yet, but I just love all the shutters too with all the windows. Now, this is a win. It just feels cool. Makes me feel like I'm luxurious. French door action to open up the entire bedroom area. I love the layout here too. One closet, not super big, pretty good though, you know, get a little stuff in there. And then closet numero dos, that's 2 in Spanish, is quite large. So between the two, I mean, you're getting a lot of space out of this. I think that's a pretty big win. And I mean, I like that there's shelving all the way up and down. And then the actual bedroom itself, I mean, is still, again, very, very big. I mean, look at all the extra furniture they got to the sides. That might be a queen. I don't think that's quite a queen bed, but it's got room for, I mean, you could definitely fit a king in here and still have room to spare to the sides. Same shutters. I just love how these look, and they're so nice and easy to open and less risk of them like malfunctioning. And then you get nice views, come up close here maybe, of the pond, which has a cool water fountain back there as well. I think that's a pretty nice touch. And as you can see, there's still plenty of room to spare here because they've got all these extra, like, I don't know if you actually would need that because I mean, you got so much closet space. But again, like in Florida, you don't get basements, and in a condo, you're definitely not getting an attic. So it's good to get storage where you can. So overall, I think that is a win. More closet space for more winning. And more of like a little linen. I think it's kind of a fun angled action thing going on there though. And then your primary bathroom, I love this. 2 sinks separated. I just always think that's a nice little setup personally. I don't know, leave a comment, let us know what you think. And again, another reason I really like a lot of condos and townhomes, just efficient use of space. Like a lot of people aren't gonna use a tub, so they don't give you a tub. You just get a nice walk-in shower, pretty big, not huge, but enough to get the job done and plenty of room to move in there. They don't put the extra soaker tub in here. You get a little extra space back here. Oop. You know, hanging racks, you can maybe put a bench here or something if you wanted. More storage. And then your water closet. You get your little pocket door to shut that off. Oop, I put it in so close that it's hard to get it back open. Or closed, I should say. And then this is kind of interesting. There's another little closet door here. And a little extra linen. So again, they're making the most of the space in here. I think that's a huge win. And again, why I often really like condos and townhomes. I'm an efficiency guy. I like big rooms and stuff, but at the same time, sometimes I'm like, that's just space that's there that you can't really use. Or you wouldn't want to fill sometimes. Like this, like it's big and it's open, but I feel like it'd be very easy to use this. You could definitely get another couch here. You get a huge sectional. I mean, this is a lot of good usable space. And again, all the lighting, this is gorgeous. So let's take you to the kitchen. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath, and it is listed at $360,000. The square footage on this is, it says 2,418 total, but that's not the heated area. The heated area is actually 2,005 square feet. But the HOA fee here is kind of nuts. $718 a month. Now, what does that get you? Well, I'll tell you. And real quick, just to show you some more of the kitchen, because you do get a nice pantry in here. I love this setup too, it's kind of enclosed. The HOA gets you get a clubhouse, a fitness center, pest control, community pool. You're gonna get your insurance, maintenance of the exterior, which is pretty standard, or very standard for condos. Your trash, recreational facilities, private road. It is gated with a keypad, not a gate guard. Pest control is included, maintenance grounds. So it's all your low maintenance stuff. I will say though, I think a lot of that's probably going towards your insurance, just because a lot of times if you're paying $300, $400 plus in a condo, a lot of times you're gonna get water included or cable, maybe both. So I think a lot of it's going towards that. Bathroom number 2, your guest bathroom. And we will tell you more about Venice in a little bit too. I think when we get to the second home, and give you a market update there too, tell you about how, I don't know, things have been wild in Southwest Florida lately. Linen here. By the way, if you are looking to buy or sell a home anywhere from Sarasota down to Port Charlotte, Inglewood, which includes Venice, which is where we live, get a hold of our team, 941-221-1897. We've helped a lot of people move to the area, avoid mistakes, and get answers to those questions that are sometimes impossible to find online, and save a lot of money for a lot of clients lately. And we would love to help you too. 941-221-1897. Get a hold of us. We would love to hear you and help you too. So they have it listed as a 2-bedroom, and I think because this is quote unquote a den, but there is a closet, so they could have made it considered a bedroom. And you could see it's pretty big. There's enough room for a bed in here, and that's with this huge shelving included here, which that's another thing to note. It is coming furnished, which I don't know if you would want all the stuff necessarily. Some people would be like, I like that, I don't like that, but you could always work that out in the deal, or sell it like to get some extra cash, or just give it away. Pretty good sized closet in here too. I mean, it is a walk-in, so making this a bedroom was extremely doable. I don't think that is a very wild idea in the least. And then bedroom number 3. See how I roll that R? Very, very good with my Spanish. This is, again, a pretty good sized bedroom. And there is a pretty good sized window here. Open this for you a little bit. Ugh. Not the best setup for trying to open that, but you get the idea. It's there. And then, yeah, that's the courtyard area where we walked in that you could see from there. And then closet. So honestly, between the 2 bedrooms, I feel like the other one might be the better. Like if you get rid of all that shelving and stuff, like size-wise, it's probably a little smaller, but the closet's bigger, so. And then you don't always get this with condos. Well, a lot of them you will. Not all, but a lot. You'll get a laundry room. And your electrical panels behind the door there. Nothing else all that notable. But you get yourself an actual garage. Which we have lived in a condo before, and we didn't get a garage. We got a nice storage unit that had a fair amount of storage space included with it. But I mean, this is a good sized garage. Floor's a little bit beat up, but overall nice material, nice surface, and you get the whole shelving, the pegboard there. That's gonna be included, I would think, because again, it's being sold furnished, so that's a lot of extra storage. Oh, and worth noting, hurricane shutters. Sugar, it's only one. So that's interesting. I don't know what to make of that, because there is a lot of windows in here, so I wonder if maybe I didn't see them on the outside, but maybe they have the, oh, and there's a utility sink out here as well, worth noting. I didn't see if they had like the nice shutters that are like built in onto the windows, but I would not count it out. Actually, maybe we'll take a peek at the one across this, out the windows here, and see if we can find that out for you. And Actually, one other thing I just noticed that I would say is a pretty big con to this place. There's no lanai that I'm seeing. Which, I mean, for a lot of people, you live in Florida, you'd want a lanai. If you don't know what a lanai is, it's basically a patio. We just call it a lanai down here in Florida for some reason. Yeah, I don't see anything on the windows on the outside of the other home. So I don't know what's up with just getting one hurricane shutter. It's kind of weird. But should we go to the next one? I think we should go to the next one. House number 2. First, I love the neighborhood and I love the house. There's a lot to love about this house. Lots of unique touches, but look at the neighborhood. Just like the perfectly aligned palm trees, every exact amount in between each other. It's just, it's Pleasantville, let's be honest. It's tropical Pleasantville. So you got that to start off, which is a really, really good start. We'll give you your market update in here as well, tell you a little bit more about Venice and give you ratings and reviews for Venice, not just what we think about the area because, well, we live here. So we're a little biased, but we did pick it out of pretty much everywhere in Florida before we moved here. We traveled all over Florida. Now, first of all, you get this little lanai entryway to come in. And this right here, let me tell you, you might look at this and be like, oh, that's kind of, no, this is awesome. So having these kind of hurricane shutters that put up, or I should say not even put up, you literally go like this, and then there's like a lock. That's it, done. Like so awesome, huge win. You get the double door entryway here, which is really cool. And then look at this, nice and big and open. Somewhat separated as well, which I actually like with the kitchen area. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, let's give you your market update. This is where things get kind of wild. So Venice itself, and when we say Venice, it's mainly like Venice Island. The median sale price is $400,000 right now. The months of supply is 5.4. Not too long ago, it was like at 11 months of supply in January, which is crazy. I guess that's fairly long ago, but the point is, big fluctuation. And the average sale to list ratio is 93.9%, meaning there's a good chance to get some deals out there. But here's what's interesting. So that doesn't include all of Venice. South Venice, which is pretty much the same as Venice. It's a different vibe, different feel, but the months of supply is 2.8 months of supply, and not too long ago, it was not that much higher than that either. So 4.2 months of supply just a month ago. So it just goes to show you how different the different markets are in the area, and that's why you'd want to get a hold of a local real estate agent, like maybe us, to help you out if you are looking to move to the area, so you can really navigate that process and an understanding of the different neighborhoods and what to expect. Closet. I like that this is a nice separated wing, and actually just walked through it, but this does completely separate. So kind of cool. You get like a little mini hallway here and then 2 bedrooms. One here, pretty good size. You do got some carpet in here, which, you know, we get comments from people looking to buy and comments from people on YouTube saying, I want the carpet. And then we get some people saying they don't want the carpet, you know, especially in the bedrooms. Leave a comment, let us know which one you are. Closet's pretty good space, and you can definitely tell the era of the home a little bit. Take a guess by having the cutouts up here. But it does look like this floor is either new or new-ish too, and if it isn't new, it's in very, very good shape. And there's a lot of notes like this in here, so I'm wondering if this was used as like an Airbnb or something like that. But good size linen closet in here. And then your bathroom, again, same flooring throughout. Shower, pretty standard size, frosted window, and pretty good size sink and mirror, medicine cabinet. You know, pretty standard, nothing all that exciting or notable, but nice, you know, does the job. And then another linen closet here, or however you want to decide to use it. So nice that you're getting a bunch of little closets. And again, this is like a hallway, but it's almost like a mini, like, foyer, I guess, or mini gathering space. Now this is another nice touch. Another pocket door here, check this out. Bedroom, pretty good size window, pretty good size room. Closet, little closet, but a closet nonetheless. And as you probably just saw, double French doors, and then that leads you back out to the main entryway. And then another closet over here, smaller one. So interesting setup. I'm always a fan of these kind of Jack and Jill situations. I think gives you flexibility. You could use this as an office, you could use it as a bedroom, whatever the case may be, whatever works for you. Good size and open dining room. I think that's a huge win. Got the cutout action. If you watch the channel in one time, you know that's a win for me. Also, didn't notice it, or noted, I should say, when we walked in. I like that there's that little window above the door too, just to let some more natural light in when the Sun is shining from that way. Really big living room area in this home as well, which is a pretty big victory in my opinion. And again, semi-enclosed of the kitchen. The kitchen's over here, so like you could be watching TV and having people in the kitchen still interacting with each other, but it kind of separates it so when you walk into the home, it's not the first thing you see. So I think that's kind of a nice touch personally. Also worth noting, look at all the crown molding, the tray ceiling, and then that crown molding also goes on the lower level tier as well throughout. More cutout action. I think those are all nice touches. It's interesting though, we have had some clients say like, I don't like all that. I don't like the crown ceilings or the molding most people do, but the tray ceilings, not everyone likes. So leave a comment, let us know where you sit on that. And then the kitchen. I think there's a lot of nice touches about this. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,137 square foot home, and it is listed at $520,000, and it actually also has a $275.92 HOA fee per month. It is a Gulf community though, so that's one other thing to note. And as I mentioned before, you can maybe tell the era, it was built in 1998, so a lot of those late 90s, early 2000 homes, you're gonna get those cutouts and stuff. I love this kitchen though. Again, just whenever they can wrap the counters and the cabinets all around, it just gives you, and the open middle, I feel like it gives you room to work if there's multiple people in here moving around, another little dining nook for more dining options, and then you're getting lots of cabinet and counter space out of the area. I just think that's a huge win. And being semi-open, but semi-enclosed. Nice touches, in my opinion. Leave a comment though, as always. You get a light in here. Stackable washer and dryer, so not necessarily huge as laundry room, but it's nice to have the dedicated space, a little rack, and a utility sink, and another pocket door. I can't get my fingers in there, but another pocket door to close this area off. And then here is your garage. Nice flooring in here, I like that painted look. And some shelving. Again, you're not gonna see hurricane shutters in here. Some support beams that you can put onto the garage door, but outside of that, oh, and it looks like there is a couple shutters in here. But I noticed on a lot of the windows outside, they do have the accordion style shutters, which again is a huge, huge win. Extra room for storage, window, you don't always get that. Nice to see the air handler out here. And I think that's a sprinkler system, probably, I can't tell. No, actually that is not. I would imagine there's sprinkler system in here. I'm not seeing it on the wall. They might even be set up by the community, which is often the case. Again, if you're looking to buy or sell a home anywhere, get a hold of us and we can look into those details more for you, but also get a side access door. So a lot to love about the garage. Like I said, there's a lot to love about this house. And real quick to tell you a little bit more about Venice. Venice is an amazing beach town on Florida's Gulf Coast. It is known as the shark's tooth capital of the world because we have lots of prehistoric shark's teeth that you can find on our beaches. Also a lot of seashells. We got a fishing pier where you can fish without a license, and there's a tiki hut restaurant called Sharky's at the base of that. Lots of great tropical drinks, great food there. Upstairs from that is a more high-end place called Finn's. And we got a quaint historic downtown with Northern Italian architecture. A lot of times when people see that, us included, you just fall in love and you say, wow, this place looks magical and I want to move here immediately, which we didn't move quite immediately, but it probably took about a year maybe. Maybe a little less than that for us. And then on top of that, if you are looking for other beaches, world famous Siesta Key Beach is about a 30 to 45 minute drive north from this end of Venice that these communities are in that we've been showing you, probably about a 25 to 35 minute drive. And that has powdered sugar sand, literally looks like and feels like powdered sugar. It's cool to the touch, even on the hottest days, and a nice shallow drop off to those beaches. And on top of that, some more big city feel amenities, more shopping with the UTC shopping area, the UTC mall. Downtown Sarasota's got some more of those big buildings that maybe if you want to, get out for the day and have a different, feel to your downtown. And then Welland Park has a brand new downtown being built right now. And phase 1 is actually done. Phase 2 is in the works, and that's super exciting. That's technically a Northport built area. Venice addresses for a lot of the homes, and it kind of just feels like its own thing if we're being honest, but it's nice to have really, really nearby for Venice. And depending on what end of Venice you're on, you could get there in anywhere from 5 minutes to maybe 15, 20 minutes tops, I'd say. And we'll take you through the rest of the home and to the primary bedroom, and then I'll give you your ratings and reviews for Venice, so you're not just getting my biased opinion, but again, we really do love Venice, and we before we moved to the area, we checked out a lot of Florida, did a lot of driving and exploring through downtowns and beaches and cities and the whole 9 yards, and just thought this one was perfect. I love the French doors to get in here, and this is just freaking massive. I mean, look at this. They've got a full office setup, right? Big windows, natural light. You can literally see a golf cart out there on the golf course right now. Open space galore, and that's including all these dressers and this. Like, this is awesome. I think this setup's great. So now you don't feel like you need an extra office space necessarily, because like for us, like nowadays, like we do a lot of our work on a laptop, so it's just like having a full dedicated office almost feels like overkill. So I think to get a setup like this is great. And then again, big bed, windows to the sides for some more natural light, plenty of room for nightstands. And then check this out. This is like, ooh, some fluorescent light bulbs that need to be replaced, but this is pretty big. I mean, this is nice. Lots of built-in shelving. You got your shoe rack here. They got you all set up. And I like that they have the shelving going all the way to the top there, and actual built-in shelf included there as well. And I was just noticing too, this is interesting. I wonder where the other attic access is. Normally in a lot of Florida, the primary bedroom closet is going to have one of your attic access points, and then the garage will. So that's kind of interesting. Like the little window. Nice touch. Pocket door. Pretty big, but not, again, not overkill. It's pretty efficient use of the space for the bathroom. And I like this. Look, check us out. This countertop with cabinet built in. That's a nice touch. Looks really great. I love the bubble windows, the square bubbles. Love the black stones in here. And just, you could tell, I think this looks like it was pretty recently updated, if I had to guess. I love the tile, the zigzag shape. It's just got so much character. I'm here for it. Plus, you got your water turn on handle here, so you can let the water warm up before you get in. You got some little cubbies in here. Same material and colors with the cabinets and counters here, so it's very nice and uniform. I just think they did a great job with a lot of the touches here. And then, it doesn't close off, but it's sort of a water closet type thing with a linen. Pretty good amount of space in there. Not huge, but enough to get your towels in there and then some. And then this is one of the bigger upsides to the home. I'll show you in the back. I think this was, like when I saw this, is like, oh, sign me up. This, I think the size of this bedroom, but then look at these. This is super sliders. They open all the way to your lanai. Now check this out. I won't open them all the way just because we'll be here all day because it's a lot of window, but it's nice to have. And it feels like lanai, but it's completely enclosed. You still got windows here, so you can have this all still air conditioned in here and feel like you're more outside. It's carpeted, could be a pro or a con depending on the person, but I think for a space like this, it works. And then, you know, you could open this for some more light. Like, this is a huge win. This is a lot of extra bonus space to get, and I think it's awesome. And before we go out to this next section, here's your rating reviews for Venice. It gets a 4-star rating out of 81 reviews, an overall grade of an A-. Public schools get an A, housing B-, good for families A-, jobs B+, cost of living B-, outdoor activities A-, crime and safety B, nightlife B, diversity C+, weather A, health and fitness A, and commute B+. Your actual lanai. So like you didn't just get this as like a fake lanai or whatever, you're getting both. There we go. All right. And here's another one of those perks I'll show you in a second. You get the golf course views, golf course trail. You could take that for a walk just for a change of pace, right? It's a nice way to take a walk, or you could do the more suburb walk on the front of the house with the sidewalks. But then these shutters, these are huge. I'm telling you right now, if you live in Florida any amount of time and you see houses with these shutters, you're jealous. Like that neighbor, they got theirs closed and I'm sure it didn't take a whole lot for them to do it. So just nice to have that option and saves you a lot of time. So again, if you're looking to buy or sell a home in Venice or anywhere from Sarasota down to the Port Charlotte, Inglewood areas, or the entire Orlando metro we also serve, get a hold of our team, 941-221-1897. Call or text at any time. We'd love to help you avoid mistakes, get answers to those questions that are impossible to find online, and save you a lot of money. And if you want to see another video like this with more home tours and market update and ratings and reviews in another area, check out this video right here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in that video next.